Yes.
Correct, that's correct.
Yep.
Treadrays had that there for a long time. They had it to sell it. They hadn't sold it, it had been in the winter, and I was like the kids that went along and see things in the winter, I'm going to have that, You keep going back and looking, see if somebody's taken it. And I reckon I did that for a long time, that banjo. I used to go and look at it in Treadrays.
So that's how it originated with
Well,
Mum and Dad to know that you had your eye on it, and that's what they did.
Well, they went up and organised it, and this Friday night they brought it out. I didn't even know it was. They'd come out with it. They'd teed it up with Treadray to buy it at a price and come out and give it away.
Yeah.
That was in Grove Street.
What was the first song that you played on it?
Oh, probably.
Julius Banjos.
Nah, that wasn't going in them days when that was bought. Dueling Banjos. No, that wasn't a goer. That was later that come out. But I played that on there many times. Dueling Banjos. But I got it, and then I had more banjos than that around the place. I think at one stage I had 14 banjos. I had my dad's all done up. I still got that home. Had that done up. Because Dad was a very good player and he's done. But I had some wonderful times. Opens another door. If you're in a music scene. Had a lot of fun over the years. Played everywhere.
Yeah.
There wasn't too many spots in South Australia we didn't play.
Mhm.
Warren and the band, Cobbers and Co.
Yeah.
But that banjo was always something you could show off with it.
Yeah.
It was unique. I think the last time that I rang, see, the Japs took over their show, and I don't know what they finish up calling their stuff. They get like that was the Gibson people, was bought out by the Japanese,
Okay.
and their stuff is made there. And there wasn't. I'm not sure when that one was minted, but
That was the US for sure.
yeah. What year it was minted, but I know it was something special.
Well,
just
the hand
The hand carving and that the neck of it. That is the history of America.
Yep. Yeah. I've researched all of that. Yep.
All done
on the back of it. No, it's not on the back. It's on the front.
Yeah. That's all.
Along where the strings are. It's a timeline.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's when America started.
Yeah.
Down to the last war, or the Great War. Yeah, beautiful thing. I tried to catch up with a great banjo player from America, and I was in Holland when we were away on our trip, and he'd played in the hotel that night. We had just missed him. This Don van Polfer, a Dutchman, who was the greatest banjo player in the world. And I nearly had the chance and just missed him. This Don van Polter, who there's never been a better banjo player.
You would have had a conversation started.
I would have,
if you got there.
Yeah. I got a lot of literature on him. This Don van Polter, Dutchman, big tall bloke, wonderful player. Got a couple of records of him playing. But musical instruments, people get your own style. You'll hear people say he's the best. It doesn't work that way.
They're best in their way.
People have their own style.
Mm-hmm.
and they usually get the best out of their instrument, you know, what they want. But I loved that banjo. That was a very hard banjo to play. You had to work, and I think that made you a better banjo player, by the work you put into it. If you don't put anything into it, you get nothing out of it. But my fingers was good, and they're still good today.
Yeah, I've still got the videos of last time we came around you were playing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're still good today, my fingers. I can still play quite long sessions, which probably I'm thankful for, because you get arthritis, but
Yeah.
that hasn't happened as present, whereas other parts of my body has.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, we've been out to still enjoy playing banjo. I've been out last week with Warren. We're out doing a couple of. We were at the place for. What's the name they call it? See, this is what I'm losing a little bit of my quick memory. You know, the soldiers and sailors and return people used to go to the hospital.
Where was it?
That was down at
Repat.
south.
Repat.
Okay.
Repatriation.
A repat, yeah, in there. Yeah.
And you did a gig, that small gig there with Warren?
We were there for about 1.5 hours, 2 hours, playing.
Mm-hmm.
For people, there was about 40 odd people there. And we still love it, you know, playing. Yeah. But it's a unique, and there was no, with that going to you, there was no, you've got to, it's given to you and your wife, you do what you want with it, and it doesn't, it's yours to do what you want with, and you don't even have to give it a second thought just because it was given to you. It's yours, and you do what you want.
No, I'll be looking after
Yeah,
it.
I know, but that's, yeah, but if it ever comes in that it does you good and your wife good, you use it that way. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, no, it'll be on the wall, I can assure you that much.
Yeah, whatever you want to do,
Yeah.
you'll never miss out on it, I don't think. But that is yours, and your wife's to do what you want to do.
I appreciate it. Thank you so much, Pa.
Yeah, but it is a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
It is a beautiful thing. And I've had so many people, when they've seen me pull that out, and
Yeah.
they come over and I've shown off with that.
Yeah.
I've been the show off.
Yeah.
Yeah, and if you got it, use it.
Yeah.
That's right. And there was many and good night that I had in the Navalmen's Association.
Well, that's the good thing. It's so unique, but when you turn around and look at the front, you can tell that you've been playing it and you had so much fun with it. That's the good thing about it. Yeah.
But the lovely times we've had with it, we have. And Warren would always, he'd always say if I had that playing, but it was a tone perfect, you didn't have to worry about it not being loud enough. You didn't need a mic. It was great.
Yeah.
But yeah, many a good night I had playing that. From the time that it was given to me. And that was unique how that came about. Yeah. And I hadn't seen another one of them.
Did you ever speak to the other people? Did you ever get in contact with the other people that had the other, the total of the 14, the other 13?
No, never. We got in touch with them at one time for the value as a collector's item from Gibson.
Oh, so you spoke, what, Gibson in the US or?
Well, I'm not sure where that come from, but they valued it at 33,000. So that was a figure that was given. But that is only for the person that would be wanting it. It'll have to be somebody that would be wanting it. Because they've got to have a collector's price or whatever. But that was the last. Now I'm just trying to think who did that for me.
But I think maybe the majority of them like that would end up with the person that gets it from the hand down, or it goes to that museum that I researched.
Yeah,
in there.
yeah.
That's always
I'm
going
just
to be.
trying to think who did that. They rang up and we were doing a valuation, and it was from Gibson. I'm trying to think where we were when we did it. It was somebody that was responsible, that knew what they were doing. But as far as a collector's item, but that's understandable because there was. I'm not sure. I think it's either 14 or 15 made. They were called an anniversary.
Mm-hmm.
An anniversary model from Gibson's.
Yeah.
To replace it, well, that's you couldn't replace it. They don't make them there. But as I say, I've never seen another one.
Yeah.
I've never.
They've got to be. You'd be like with social media these days. I'm sure I could probably find another person in the US that has it and reach out to them and talk to them.
Yeah. But
I definitely would be able to.
We never found anybody else with them.
I'm sure it's the only one in Australia.
Yeah. But I was always loved these other banjos that I got, the Bacon and Days. I've got two rare ones at the present time. One I play is the Silver Bell and the Banjo Special. The Special, these banjos I'm talking about now are 100 years old each of them. They've turned 100. So the Silver Bell, which was the last one I bought, and Fred Story organised that for me. And the other one, the Special, was bought off of an old music teacher that I went to. That was his, and that was he sold me that himself. And I had many a lesson off him with the Bacon and Day, but that was the Special.
So when you played with Cobbers and Co, and you were doing a full a night at the pub where you were, how did you analyse, like, how many banjos? Because sometimes we would unload that high ace, the van, and there was like you brought 8 banjos or 7 to it. Is there specifically one banjo that you would like to play one song and then change it out for, or how did that work?
Well, I usually mainly only took 2 banjos.
There was many occasions I saw a lot more.
Yeah. But that was in the end mainly only 2 banjos. I'd take the All American
for the show off later, and then go all the way through.
And the others, the others I might have put another extra one.
Yeah.
But I had my father's done up. That was put back to, and that was virtually like a cheaper type of banjo when he bought it, but I had it put back to mint condition, like in the end, and it's still quite nice.
Is that the Richie Lou?
No, the Richie Lou, I had that specially made. That came from Wisconsin. The Richie Lou, that was made for me. I put an order in to CC Richie Lou. They were a banjo company in America.
And that's the one you gave to Nathan?
Yeah. The CC Richie Lou. Yeah. There was another one I gave to Jules. Jules lad.
Mm.
What's the young lad? I gave him
Jace.
a banjo.
Jace.
Jason.
Yeah.
That was one I bought here. It was made. I think it was made in America. That was the Japanese one. We bought that down in Port Adelaide. And I gave that to Jace. Because he had this banjo he was playing. And he did a couple of jobs there at home. So he was... I don't know now what was my dad to him? Jill.
It's your grandfather, so it'd be his great grandfather.
Great grandfather. Yeah. At any rate, I gave it to him. That one. Been quite a nice band, yeah. So at any rate, they've all pretty well got a banjo to play. But that, the Gibson was the daddy of the lot.
Yeah.
It gave me a lot of pleasure at different times. I know when I was playing with Carson, you could see his eyes were green. But he was a horrible man. I would like to, if he'd have been anything decent, like a Percy, I would have loved to hear him playing.
Yeah, yeah.
But he was, that's the type of person he was. But they say a lot of musos are like that. Well, that never ever got to me. I was able to play all those years and still stay together with the guys that I've been playing.
You know that you knew the time to bring it out and do the little show off, but then the
Oh,
other
of
time
course, that was a part of the show.
That was
Part of
We
the show.
brought it together. Yeah.
But as I say, I had a lot of fun.
Yeah.
A lot of fun with it. And it was nice having something that was...
That you cherished.
I did. Because it went back to Sheena and Kevin.
Yep.
And it was good to see that it got to you and in the end. So. And as I say, there's no tie-ups. Whatever you want to do with it, you do it.
Yep.
You're not beholden to anybody.